عبا مقفعت زوردن سيناء بصح يعني غمزي الكاذي قلت مقفعت يوردن بحسين أرسينون ملو ليتن قدرن صادر نيرا حاوغا نيرا أو خلا حاو بنزينا خويا باتري 24 ساعات.
Eritreans fleeing human rights abuses from their own country are ending up in the hands of traffickers. They say these traffickers are not only extorting large amounts of money from them, but are kidnapping them, torturing them, and abusing them in order to force their families to pay ransom for their release. And some of these people are telling us that they have seen Egyptian police and Sudanese police and security officers colluding with these traffickers.
I spoke with dozens of Eritreans who made their way from Eritrea into eastern Sudan. They told me that for the most part they were kidnapped by traffickers soon after they crossed into eastern Sudan.
انجرها شايدا سبات حزي قال ملسلن سمعنا برنا تليفون جيرهم انج خيت حزنا بتعم سقينا مالتي زربانا خيود انا خلنا ماكينه نيرا شايدا بيك اب صعدا مالتي دحزت
على ملدو دبادو ወደ መኪናው ሰቀሉ የግሬን ማሰሩ የዛን አይኔን በጨርቅ ሸፈኑና ተወሰነ ደቂቃ እንደሄድ ነው.
Once they've been tortured and their relatives abroad have paid ransom, those traffickers then drive them up into Egypt and hand them over to Egyptian traffickers. From there they're driven through Egypt and then across the Suez Canal into the Sinai Peninsula to the town of Arish and then beyond to small desert villages where they face the worst torture of all.
مشات واتم تدكفلكم كم زغت موتيكم قال لهم كبرت هتعلم مريخه زرعيو اي كفل انغي ميتلو يلم
በሳት ያተኩሱናል ያንጠለጥሉናል ያቃጥሉናል ሽንታችን ያጠጡናል.
I spoke with many Eritreans who described to me how Sudanese police and military, as well as Egyptian police and military, colluded with traffickers who had kidnapped them. They described the uniforms they were wearing, the vehicles that they were driving in, and the weapons that they were carrying.
وتقدر نيجيت من تشيك بوينت يكو تجيت نيرو ريعي وتقدرين كم زيلهم بقى تخيلهم حالهم جست خقوي خل شعو
تقدر قام بولايس تحزيهم نيرم بحفير بزحت مسانات تحزون نور دارقا مبزحتهم اب حفير تبهل بوتا بولايس تحزوهم نشجر اب كنوزوكم يلوم مبزحتهم تتحزو دارقا بحفير يمنيرم بولايس تحزوهم مالتي.
When Eritreans are released from trafficker hideouts, the majority are intercepted by Egyptian security forces and are taken to police stations and prosecuted for unlawful entry or presence into the Sinai Peninsula. They're then detained in inhuman and degrading conditions in the police stations and denied access to the UN Refugee Agency to lodge asylum claims.
تعمي حماق كم قبرنا دلو ولا حنت كم دي قبرنا دلو اب غبصي اتيناس تعمي اب غبصينا دلنا زخلو فصامي فصمو دلو اب غبصي سخونه منغسي غبص خازو سخونه فتح اي تغبرن سخلو.
The very least that Egypt and Sudan can do is to investigate these allegations of abuse, torture, kidnapping by traffickers. And they should also examine and investigate these very serious allegations of collusion by their own security forces, by their own police, with traffickers.